Manual 3 in our Super Kid manual tells us the Bible story about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace, and it goes like this. King Nebuchadnezzar had a giant gold statue made in Babylon. It was 90 feet high and 9 feet wide. He called all the important people from all different places to come to a special ceremony for the statue. They all came and stood in front of the statue. The man who made announcements for the king said, "This is what you are commanded to do. You will hear the sound of the horns and all the other musical instruments. When this happens, you must bow down and worship the gold statue. Anyone who doesn't will be quickly thrown into a blazing furnace." When the horns and instruments played, they bowed down and worshipped the gold statue. Then some Babylonians said to King Nebuchadnezzar, "O king, there are some men of Judah who did not pay attention to your order. Their names are Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They do not serve your gods, and they do not worship the gold statue you have set up." Nebuchadnezzar became very angry. He called for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Nebuchadnezzar said to them, "Is it true that you do not serve my gods? And is it true that you do not worship the god statue that I have set up? Now you will hear the sound of the horns and all the other musical instruments, and you must be ready to bow down and worship the statue I made. But if you do not worship it, you will be thrown quickly into the blazing furnace. Then no god will be able to save you from my power." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered the king, "Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves to you. You can throw us into the blazing furnace. The God we serve is able to save us from the furnace and your power. If he does, it is good. But even if God does not save us, we want you, our king, to know this. We will not serve your gods. We will not worship the gold statue you have set up." This made Nebuchadnezzar super angry. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. He commanded some of the strongest soldiers in his army to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and to throw them into the blazing furnace. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the furnace still wearing their clothes. The fire was so hot that the flames killed the soldiers who threw them in. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fell into the blazing furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar was very surprised and jumped to his feet. He asked, "Didn't we tie up only 3 men?" They answered, "Yes." The king said, "Look, I see 4 men. They are walking around in the fire. They are not tied up and they are not burned. The 4th man looks like a son of the gods." Nebuchadnezzar shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, come out! Servants of the Most High God, come here!" They came out of the fire, and when they came out, everyone crowded around them. They saw that the fire had not harmed their bodies, and they didn't even smell like smoke. Nebuchadnezzar said, "Praise the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Their God has sent his angel and saved his servants from the fire. No other God can save his people like this." Thanks for tuning in to Back to the Bible.